From the dog sitting on your couch to the near-mythical narwhal in the depths of the Arctic Ocean, animals play a key role in environmental protection and human wellness. Let's take a look at some of the miraculous ways animals help us. Welcome to Give a Fact, and you are watching top animals that are unsung heroes to man. If you like this kind of video, be sure to subscribe for more great content, or tell us what you want to learn more about in the comment section below. Now let's get straight to the video, shall we? 1. Donkeys. Humans wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for donkeys. Their species has built civilizations on their backs. Evidence of donkeys' ubiquitous influence can be traced as far back as 3000 BC. Excavations reveal that Egyptians may have been the first to domesticate these animals. African wild donkeys, ancestors of the modern donkey, were used to carry cargo on lengthy trade routes, which helped establish the ancient dynasty's wealth. 10 donkeys were even discovered buried in high-ranking graves. After discovering the value of these creatures, people came to rely on them for menial and back-breaking tasks in Europe, Asia, and the United States. Unlike horses, donkeys don't scare easily. When in a dangerous situation, they won't flee, but rather investigate the situation, earning them their stubborn reputation. This made them indispensable in World War I, where they carried supplies and wounded soldiers on battlefields thundering with explosives and rifles. Donkeys continue to play a crucial role in our lives. They are the backbone of most rural and farming communities and help support and empower households. 2. Llamas. In addition to being a farm animal with a particularly low environmental impact and a sweet tooth for invasive weed species, llamas have also been found to be incredibly effective guard animals. Yes, guard llamas. These sociable creatures bond with herd animals, which makes them instinctively protective against predators and an invaluable asset to shepherds and ranchers. 3. Worms. Worms play an important role in soil quality, which allows us to grow healthy and nutritious plants. When they eat, worms break down and recycle organic matter, such as dead plants, fallen leaves, fungi, bacteria, and dead animals, within the soil, which helps naturally fertilize the earth and ensure it's packed with vital nutrients. Another thing that earthworms do is loosen, mix, and oxygenate the soil as they burrow channels through it. They improve its structure, leaving space for water to be drained away from the surface and stored in the soil. Research has shown that soils without earthworms can be 90% less effective at soaking up water. This means water runoff increases, which can lead to erosion and, in some cases, flooding. Just as worms can improve soil health, they also don't like living in very poor quality soil. To survive, worms need moist soils that contain enough organic matter for them to feed on. As well as keeping soil healthy, worms can help clean up contaminated land by enhancing bioremediation, the process by which microorganisms consume and break down environmental pollutants, converting them to non-toxic molecules. Their wriggling and burrowing movements regulate the distribution of these microorganisms in the soil. So, while they have a reputation for being dirty, they clean up fairly well. 4. Beavers. These woodland creatures have proved incredibly adept at naturally regulating ecosystems. Their gnawing and damming reduce flooding and wildfire damage, preserve fish populations, and conserve freshwater reservoirs, keys to combating the effects of climate change. So, when it comes to much-needed river ecosystem regulation, leave it to the beavers. 5. Dogs. Man's best friend helped soldiers survive. Dogs served, firstly, as spotters of the wounded, learning to identify allies from the enemy. They also served as sentinels, messengers, transporters, and chasers of rats, the bane of the trenches along with lice and fleas. The French military created a service devoted to dogs of war in December 1915. Less official but crucial to soldiers' morale was the role of dogs and other creatures in the trenches, and as mascots. Stray dogs running from fighting were adopted as companions along with other animals, including a Royal Air Force Fox mascot adopted by British pilots. These dogs and other mascots help soldiers think of life and the life they hope to find again. Nowadays, dogs' intelligence can help humans even more. In recent years, hearing dogs have become increasingly common. These dogs, usually mixed-breed rescues from animal shelters, are trained to alert their human partners to ordinary sounds, such as an alarm clock, a baby's cry, or a telephone. The dogs raise the alert by touching the partner with a paw, and then leading him or her to the source of the sound. They are also trained to recognize danger signals, such as fire alarms and sounds of intruders, and to raise the alert by touching with a paw, and then lying down in a special alert posture, at which time the human partner can take appropriate action. Dogs can be trained for a great variety of assistance purposes. For example, Service Dogs for America trains several categories of assistance animals, including service dogs who help people who use wheelchairs and other mobility devices, hearing dogs, seizure alert or seizure response dogs, who help persons with seizure disorders, and therapeutic companion dogs. There are many programs that train and certify pet animals, especially dogs and cats, as therapy animals who visit such institutions and bring much welcomed companionship to patients. 6. Rats. Rats get a bad rap, but with their keen sense of smell and trainability, they've been found to be exceptionally suited to work as landmine detectors. More efficient than metal detectors and cheaper than dogs, rats, nicknamed hero rats, are being trained to sniff out landmines, allowing previously unusable land to once again be productive. 7. Monkeys. Dogs and cats are not the only animals who can assist humans with disabilities. Capuchin monkeys, small, quick, and intelligent, can help people who are paralyzed or have other severe impairments to their mobility, such as multiple sclerosis. These monkeys perform essential tasks such as turning on lights and picking up dropped objects. A monkey helper can assist with tasks such as retrieving dropped or out-of-reach objects, helping with a drink of water, turning pages, scratching itches, pushing buttons and switches for remotes, phones, computers, etc., and even repositioning limbs on a wheelchair. 8. Narwhals. Otherwise known as the unicorns of the sea, these deep divers are instrumental to NASA scientists' tracking of temperature changes in Greenland's Arctic. Researchers have employed narwhals fitted with radio transmitters to collect data from the hard-to-reach depths of the Arctic on water salinity, temperature, and the impact of the increasingly warm ocean water on Greenland's glaciers. 9. Animals that serve as our food. There is seemingly no end to what animals can provide when it comes to food. Whether cows, sheep, pigs, or goats, animals offer more than meat. In today's market, we try to use as much of animals to reduce waste. Once the animal's meat has been removed, the carcass is processed based on various uses. Skin is sent to clothing and shoe manufacturers. Horns are used to make buttons for clothing and furniture. Bones are used for the pet food industry and bone china production. Animal hair and wool are used for clothing, upholstery, strings for musical instruments, and bristles for paintbrushes. Even the hooves are used. They are sold as natural dog treats for the pet food industry and used to produce fire-extinguishing foam. Even the smallest of animals are vital to our food industry. Bees are essential pollinators, responsible for pollinating around 70% of our crops. Wild species pollinate most crops, but domesticated honeybees pollinate just over 30%. 10. Squirrels. While you may know them as your neighborhood park dwellers, squirrels' natural habitat is the forest, where they play a major role as nature's tree planters. These forgetful little creatures, nut gathering and storing, have a big impact when their forgotten nut stashes take root and grow into the trees and forests that sustain our ecosystem. 11. Bees. Did you know about 1/3 of the world's food depends on pollination? Many of the Earth's plants, about 30% of the world's crops, and 90% of our wild plants depend on these little heroes. As they buzz from plant to plant, bees are powerful pollinators and play a vital role in the ecosystem. So the next time you find a wildflower, you can thank a busy bee. And that is a wrap. What did you learn from this video? Let us know in the comment section below. We hope that our educational videos will help spread the knowledge so everyone can protect our world and biodiversity together. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you find our videos useful and want us to make more videos. Until next time, give a fact.